Hey everyone, my name is Grace Von Dalen, and today I will be teaching you how to create a personalized crayon melt painting. For your crayon melt project, these are the supplies you're going to need. You will need a white canvas of your desired size, a box of crayons, a glue gun, a hairdryer, white model clay, and an X-Acto knife. Some optional supplies needed for this particular type of painting include a stencil for your picture, paints and brushes, a plate to use as a paint palette, and a pencil for tracing. A quick reminder from the YouTube channel Exalia Fine Art. She emphasizes that this project is messy, so make sure to cover up your work area with newspapers or fabric before getting started. Now that we have everything for our project, let's get going. You're first going to start with your canvas and your stencil. After you've placed your stencil where you want it on the canvas, you can take your pencil and begin tracing the outline. Don't worry about the tiny details of your picture just yet, because we'll get to that later. Now, we're going to put our canvas to the side for a moment and get out of our box of crayons. This part is always fun because now you get to choose the colors you want for your painting. Once you have chosen the colors you want to use, you're going to want to start peeling them. Now, there are many ways to do this, including hand peeling them, but I do not suggest that due to the fact that this can take a long time and there are often remaining bits of paper left on the wax. So instead, I suggest using an X-Acto knife. Now, you're going to start by taking the edge of the blade and placing it to where your paper starts. Very gently, you're going to press into the paper and slide it down the edge of the crown till you reach the other end of the paper. Remember when using the X-Acto knife to be extremely careful or to ask for help. We don't want anyone to lose a finger. Now, you're ready to peel. Once you've cut and peeled all of your crayons, you can leave them as they are, but I highly suggest breaking them into smaller pieces. Not only are you getting more wax out of it, you're also more than likely to have leftovers for future pieces. Once you have all of your crayons ready to go, lay them out in what I call the mock lineup. This is your preset order of how you want the colors arranged, and once you have this laid out, you can now plug in your glue gun. Once it's finally heated up, you'll begin gluing down each of the individual crown pieces. I don't suggest gluing the whole edge before placing the crown pieces because this can lead to quick drying and crayons falling off over time. By doing them each individually, you are guaranteeing a more secure hold. Once all of your crowns are glued, you'll want to grab your white molding clay. Using small pieces of the clay, begin forming it inside your stencil until the inside of the outline is completely filled. It is often a preconceived notion that paper can perform this task as well, but I have found that using paper can often lead to bleeding and uneven edges that can ruin the look of the painting. Now comes the fun part, using the hairdryer. This can be the most fun, but also the most stressful part of your project. It's good to know going in that the wax is unpredictable and it almost never goes the way you want it to. But that's the beauty of this type of piece. There's chaos to it, but there's beauty in chaos. Once you start your hairdryer, the next few minutes are going to consist of a lot of maneuvering for both the canvas and the hairdryer. According to WikiHow's Pam Woodward, the melting can take 20 to 40 seconds of having a consistent stream of heat. So once the wax starts flowing, it moves quickly, so don't be afraid to adapt a lot as you go. Fun fact, if your art piece starts having a bald spot, according to Faith Tap writer Talia Jankowski, you can place crayon wax into your hot glue gun for more specific placements of the wax. Just be sure you're okay with the wax being in your glue gun. It's not always easy to clean afterwards. Once you've gotten to your desired look you'll want to wait until the wax is completely cooled before going into the next stage. This consists of peeling up the clay using the X-Acto knife we used earlier. If you start this step too early, it can smudge or ruin the look of the dripping wax, so be sure it's dry. Once all of the clay is successfully peeled up, now you can start the detailed process of your stencil. You can completely fill it in with black paint, or you can completely change it up and design it with your own style. Sometimes it can start off looking quite weird, but eventually it comes together creating something quite amazing. Congratulations! Now you know how to create your own crayon melt painting. Now, you can design whatever you want. Always remember that a painting like this won't go perfectly every time. But just remember that no matter what, you'll most likely end up with something quite amazing. Good luck!